Their cement works department is one. Development of employees through continuous training programs. They cater to employees' health and they've set up schools for employees' children. They have facilities like gym, auditorium, temple, etc. for the employees' welfare. Congratulations. Moving on to the next category, Best Financial Performance. The Small Company Award goes to RN1 Engineering Private Limited. Please put your hands together for them. They're manufacturers of precision-based machine components, fixtures and assemblies. The company achieved a net profit of INR 2.4 crores in financial year 18-19 with a growth rate of 468% and 619% in the last 2 years. Congratulations. The next company in the medium category for best financial performance goes to Sri Rajeshwara Hatcheries Private Limited. Mr. Ranjit Reddy is a part of that organization. Uses novel feed additives, immune modulators and imported vitamins and trace minerals to improve immunity. They have a revenue of 200 crores for the financial year 17-18 and 250 crores for 18-19 with a growth rate of 25% year on year. Congratulations, sir. In the large company we have Mahindra & Mahindra for best financial performance. With a revenue of 54,000 crores and a net profit of 4,800 crores in financial year 18-19. The company experienced a growth rate of 18% in 17-18 and 17% in 18-19. Congratulations. The next category is Best CSR Award. In the micro company category, we have V-Care Pest Control. Please join your hands to them. They pay fees for higher education of 10th SSC students who have achieved good grades in order to encourage them. They take surplus food from events, functions, restaurants and hotels and provide them to the needy in slums or to the homeless people. Congratulations. Company category, we have JK Fenner India Limited again. They've organized various cancer screening, blood donation and eye screening camps. They've constructed toilets in government schools and they've conducted inmates literacy program. Congratulations. Next up, in the large company's best CSR performance goes again to Mahindra & Mahindra. Please put your hands together for Mahindra & Mahindra. Adopted schools in 5 villages of Hyderabad Mandal, spent 19 lakhs on their education. Several health initiatives such as eradication of blindness. They've spent 6 lakhs on health programs and they've planted 25,000 saplings in and around Hyderabad and spent 3 lakhs on green cover. Congratulations.
Next award is a special award and it goes to Global Linker. Global Linker is an MSME networking portal promoted by the government of Telangana to digitize over 2.3 million MSMEs of Telangana. I would like to invite Malvika to receive the award on behalf of Global Linker. Over to you, Malika.
Next up, we have the Zero Defect, Zero Effect Awards. In order to make India a global manufacturing hub, they've enhanced competitiveness of MSMEs and to ensure zero defect in manufacturing and ensure zero effect on the environment. The Quality Council of India, along with other stakeholders, conceived this assessment model. This model has elements of the best standards and practices, making it one of the most comprehensive assessment models. For the bronze category, we have printers den packaging. Please put your hands together for them. India's largest manufacturer of India's largest manufacturer of induction sealing wax and other lidding materials like adhesive seals, conduction seals, labels and cartons. The implementation of Z resulted in undertaking corrective action plans. They tested their efficacy and effectiveness. They're not here today, so we'll move on to the next award. In the gold category, we have Sri Srinivasa Dairy Products Private Limited. I'm sure you're aware about Scoops, Temptations and Creamstone. So this is the company. Scoops ice creams are 100% pure vegetarian with two formats, Scoops, Temptations and Creamstone, with a network of 5,000 outlets, 36 distributors, 2 production units and 25 cold rooms. The implementation of Z resulted in process standardization, waste management, timely delivery effectiveness and rainwater harvesting. Congratulations. I'll now hand it over to Manish. He'll be running you through the Intinda Awards.
Rural India and Telangana is full of talents, innovative citizenry and problem solvers. Through came this belief when Government of Telangana organized Intinda Innovator Exhibition in all the 33 districts of Telangana. The exhibition saw an overwhelming response of 220 innovators exhibiting across various districts of Telangana. Today, we have 10 of them, exemplary innovators, being awarded and recognized. So, in no particular order, I would like to start by inviting Ms. Snehlata Shirpa from District Adilabad. She has created a solution for impure air called Kavach. Kavach is a multi-layered product with a herbal liquid applied on it. It is made up of microfibers that collects any form of dust and carbon particles that passes through it. It can be placed on windows, air coolers and vehicles. Big round of applause for Snehlata Shirpa. Congratulations. Calling on to our next innovator, Mr. Aladi Prabhakar. He is a known name in Telangana, a serial innovator, and he recently won the best startup in RISC event held at NIRD. He has many innovations under his belt: a pole climber, 360-degree air cooler, solar time tracker, and commode wheelchair. Today we are awarding him for multi-purpose cot for the bedridden. Congratulations. Our next Intinta innovator is S. Vishnu Achari. He is from district Jogulamba, Gadwal. He has created a low-cost cycle-based weeder. A weeder which normally costs around a lakh in the market, he has created for 37,000 rupees only. It's a solution for the poor farmers of Telangana. Congratulations. The next award goes to Vishnuja Reddy. She is from district Karimnagar. She has taken upon herself to solve the problem of incinerating sanitary napkins. She has made a micro incinerator which not only incinerates sanitary napkins but also medical waste. A big round of applause for her. Next on stage I would like to call Mr. Buddha Vijay. He is from district Asifabad. He has created a multi-purpose tractor. This tractor is not only a cultivator but also helps with application of fertilizers. This is a true innovation for the rural farmers of Telangana, a low-cost solution as well. And all of these functions are performed simultaneously. A big round of applause for Buddha Vijay. Innovator Award goes to K. Venkataya Chinnadarpalli. He is from district Mehboob Nagar. He has created a low-cost multi-purpose agricultural machine. This machine is valid for small land-holding farmers. It is very low-cost, it's very easily repairable, and it actually uses motorcycle engine to run the weeder. Congratulations to him and a big round of applause. The next Intinta Innovator Award goes to Mr. Alankar. He is from district Mechal Malkajgiri. We are awarding him today for solar powered pool skimmer. This actually solves the problem of polluted water bodies. It's a floating device which collects the floating waste of the water bodies and removes them out. It can be operated from a simple mobile phone. It's very light and portable. Congratulations to Mr. Alankar and a big round of applause for him. Next on stage, I would like to call Narasimha Chari Mandaji. He is a no small name. He has created a Chari formula which actually helps giving additional 3 years of life to failed tube lights. Tube lights which will actually be waste will given the another life, and it actually helps in making our economy, making the environment friendly and less polluted. Congratulations to him and a big round of applause for him. Next, I would like to call Pasar Gonda Ramakrishna from district Peddapalli. He is being awarded today for his 60 metric ton testing tool for dumpers. A dumper testing which would anyways cost a month for the manufacturers just takes by his device 15 minutes. This tool will help in testing the transmission on the bench and dumper directly. He is an engineer by profession. Big round of applause for him. Moving on to our next awardee, we have Mr. Uday Narived and Saras from District Rangareddy. They are being awarded today for a low-cost, no-maintenance hard water softener. A solution which normally costs a lot in the market just takes 1/10th here. It's low cost and it uses food-grade media to eliminate the stickiness of calcium ions from the hard water. Uday Narived, a big round of applause for him. This brings our award functions to an end. Now I'd like to request the dignitaries to take their seats and request Honorable IT Minister to please address the gathering.
Thanks. Good evening. Honorable President of CII Telangana Chapter, Raju Garu, Shobha Dikshit ji, Honorable MP Chevella, Shri Ranjit Reddy Garu, Dr. Ranjit Reddy Garu, Principal Secretary, Industry and Commerce, IT, Shri Jayesh Ranjan Garu, and to all the distinguished gathering at this Man'EXE event of CII, and to friends from media, my warm greetings and a good evening to all of you. I was particularly thrilled talking to all the young innovators from various parts of Telangana. In fact, I could not stop admiring their tenacity. I could not stop admiring their fortitude, because I can imagine Krishna and Suchitra and, all the big boys and the big industry groups winning awards. But I think what must be truly memorable for these youngsters and these rural innovators is that today both CII and Government of Telangana have come together to recognize them, and to appreciate them, and to basically give them a platform to also talk about their innovation. So firstly, a big round of applause for CII for coming out with this initiative. And also to my Principal Secretary, because I can't praise myself, that won't look very nice. So to my Principal Secretary and the team that conceived the idea of Intinta Innovator. ప్రతి ఇంట్లో ఒక ఇన్నోవేటర్ ఉంటారు, ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కూడా నూతనమైన నవీనమైన ఆలోచనలు ఉంటాయనే ఒక ఆలోచనతో ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని తీసుకొని ఇంటింటా ఇన్నోవేటర్ అనే ఒక నినాదంతో ముందుకు వచ్చిన మా ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ గారిని వారి బృందానికి కూడా ఒకసారి చప్పట్లతో అభినందించాలని చెప్పి నేను చేస్తాను. We have now just seen 4 categories being recognized: Best Financial Performance, Best Innovation Award, Best CSR Practices, Best Employee Practices, and also of course Innovation. I'm delighted that Telangana is growing, and also growing in all fronts, not just the fact that our industrial base is expanding. Ever since we launched the TSI Pass about 5 years ago, in fact exactly next month, I think in November, sometime in November, we would be completing 5 years of passing the TSI Pass Act, a landmark revolutionary legislation in this country on industrial clearances. Happy to share with you that we've already given out more than 11,000 clearances now, attracted more than 1,70,000 crores of investment, and I've also been able to create nearly 13 lakh direct jobs by way of TSI Pass as on today, and I'm sure it will continue to grow by the time we hit the 5 years and the 6 year mark, and etc. and etc. So the third edition of this industry awards, I compliment CII, I compliment the jury for picking up some wonderful organizations, up and coming organizations as well. And I'm also glad that the state is doing really well in terms of growth rates. We are now one among the highest growth rates in the country. We're growing at 14.9% GSDP, whereas vis-a-vis the country also, we're growing quite rapidly. Our per capita income is increasing, which is about 2,06,107 compared to the national average, which is around 1,26,000. And as I pointed out, TSI Pass has been doing well, and we also have started focusing on many industry sectors where we want to grow our presence. One of the more important things that I would like to talk about though today is, we are known, Hyderabad and Telangana are known for our prowess in life sciences, for our prowess in IT, and also more recently for aerospace, defense, and a lot of other manufacturing industries as well. But what I would like to particularly focus on today, in fact, I believe in the 3I mantra. I believe that if India really has to forge ahead, if India really has to, pole vault and not just leapfrog and start competing with the world, we have to start leveraging our strengths. And as you have already witnessed, our strength is, when I say 3I, the first I stands for innovation. I think there can't be a better and a bigger country when it comes to jugaad and innovation. Indians know how to make the best of the limited resources, of the limited capital, and we can pull off many, many things that developed nations and first world countries cannot. So therefore, innovation obviously is the first I. And the second I keep talking about is infrastructure. Infrastructure, of course, government has to be the enabler. We have to constantly create more industrial parks, better roads, better highways, multimodal networks, and also, of course, give you better power infrastructure, better water infrastructure, etc., etc. Now that's an area where government is, of course, playing its role and trying to enable and trying to facilitate as much as it can. And the third and the most important I, in my opinion, it's not investment, but it is actually inclusive growth. As you have just witnessed, there was a guy from Aija in Gadwal, which is almost on the border of Andhra Pradesh today, and there was also another gentleman from Tiryani in Asifabad district, in Kumram Bheem district, all the way up in Adilabad. There was a girl from Karimnagar, Vishwaja I think her name is, and then there was a gentleman somewhere from Mehboob Nagar. So innovation today is not innovation and entrepreneurial spirit. Enterprise is not just confined to Hyderabad or to the elite. I know of many first generation entrepreneurs who have come from nowhere, who've just had the zeal, the idea, the single-minded focus and determination to actually make it big in life. I don't think there is a better time in India, a better time in we'll see a better time in our lifetimes than this to actually be an entrepreneur. Because we have a government in Delhi which talks about Startup India and Stand Up India. Never did a government in the past encourage innovation as much. Same is the case with Telangana. In fact, much before Government of India said start up and stand up, we already stood up and we started running. So therefore, you have a fantastic platform today where governments today are looking at you with a lot of interest to handhold you, to help you understand the initial teething pains, to help you and to guide you and to actually be, provide a mentoring network. You have a T-Hub, you have a T-Works, you have a V-Hub, and a bunch of other opportunities today which kind of provide you the platform and the initial guidance which was hitherto not available for earlier generation entrepreneurs. So now is the time, guys, to start investing in ideas, to start exploring ideas, and to start really looking out to conquer the world. After the corporate tax reduction recently from 34%, especially for manufacturing sector, to 15 to 17%, I don't think there is a better time to invest in India, better time to invest in manufacturing than now. Because right now, if you look at the electronics manufacturing sector, or textiles, or any other manufacturing, for that matter, pharmaceuticals or otherwise as well, there cannot be a better time than this. Because now you're on an even keel, on a level playing field, so to speak, with countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Ethiopia, which have been doing really well off late because of various reasons. Now India, in fact, is also on a level playing field. We can definitely feed off the trade wars that is going on, the tariff wars that are going on between United States and China, the large manufacturing bases. We can certainly leverage this opportunity to attract more investment to our country. And Telangana being a very progressive state, of course, any manufacturing that will come our way will certainly be there to welcome you with the red carpet, to welcome you, create more employment opportunities for our local children here. In fact, one of the things I'm very proud of, Shobha Dikshit was just telling me, apparently in an earlier session today, Micromax, one of the large mobile and other device manufacturer, electronics manufacturer, handheld goods manufacturer, apparently was pointing out that when they launched their facility about 3 years ago in Telangana, they had a lot of people showing up for jobs. But apparently off late, they've been finding it also a challenge to find people to employ, which I guess must be a good thing, because that I guess means you have many more opportunities for the local youngsters now. Therefore, I think they have to now start employing from Chhattisgarh and other places, is what she was telling me. I was not privy to that talk, of course, but I'm confident that with the collaboration of government and the industry, because government by itself cannot solve the employment puzzle and employment problem, because government has limited jobs. Government can only offer so many jobs. And unless we welcome you guys with the entrepreneurial zeal, with the entrepreneurial ideas to come forward and work with us and guide us, because governments definitely don't know not anything, but not everything, you know. So therefore, please work with us, help us, also grow along with you, help us grow the employment base in Telangana, and help us also provide local employment. One of the initiatives I'm very proud of is TASK, the Telangana Academy for Skill and Knowledge. I'll just narrate one experience to you with respect to TASK. There was a large aerospace and defense company, aerospace company called Safran, which is a French company which wanted to come and invest in Telangana, in India actually, and ultimately they chose Telangana because of the progressive policies and the enabling ecosystem here. Once they chose Telangana, they gave us a mandate. They said we need a few hundred people to employ with a specific, very, very specific skill set. We have engaged TASK with them, and TASK in fact will provide you training and skilling at no cost to you, all cost to the government. If you want 500 employees, we will train 1,000 and you can cherry pick the best 500 from that lot. The intent of the government is to provide local employment. The intent of the industry, of course, is to have work-ready or industry-ready workforce. So this objective can be achieved, and I also request CII to work with us. You know, we also have our Higher Education Council representatives here somewhere in the audience. In fact, yes, of course, Mr. Venkatamna is here. So I would urge you, in fact, especially the manufacturing sector, because I've seen something wonderful in Japan. When I traveled to Japan about 3 years ago, I went to the Suzuki manufacturing plant and also the Suzuki museum there. When I was in the museum looking at all the cars, you know, and going through all the historical milestones, what I was fascinated with is not the fancy cars and not the fancy engineering that goes into them. I was fascinated by one site, which really made me think. There was a bunch of kids, young kids, in fact all the young kids that walked up here, almost the same age, you know, 3rd graders and 4th graders, kids in 4th and 3rd class. They were touring. They were like 50 or 60 students and going around the Suzuki museum. I was completely confused. I said, what are these kids doing here? I mean, normally you would expect kids to be in a theme park, an amusement park and things like that. I asked the gentleman from Suzuki as to why young kids have been brought, the school children have been brought into this museum. He said, we inculcate a sense of intrigue, interest, enthusiasm in our children from the earliest stage possible. That is why today you have world-class products coming out of manufacturing sector in Japan and Germany and a bunch of other countries. Now that is the sort of ingrained, inculcated culture that we have to evolve among our youngsters and also among our students in the higher education. That is where I request the Telangana State Higher Education Council to work with the Industries Department to create an industry-ready workforce. We also have to make sure the industry gives them the exposure. So we can possibly start an apprenticeship model, a practice school model, where colleges can work with the industry, the local industry, and you guys in fact can give us course credits for practicing, for working, for actually being employed in industry for 6 months or 1 year or 1.5 years or 2 years, the last completion part. Because there's always a huge difference between what is taught in your school, what is taught in your college, engineering college, versus what actually goes on really in an industry. So therefore, my request to Higher Education Council is to kindly work with the Industries Department, enable this quickly, and I request Jayesh, who is incidentally also the now Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University now, in charge Vice Chancellor. Are you still the Vice Chancellor? He is. So therefore, please facilitate this quickly, because I think we cannot have engineers who are not ready to hit the ground running. We cannot have our workforce, we cannot have our students who still have to go to a finishing school after they complete their formal education. I request CII to also talk to your counterparts in Germany, because in Germany this has been done for a long time and they've done it very, very successfully. So if we can work with them, we can certainly create a lot more local employment opportunities, a lot more opportunities for the local youngsters, while of course we are inviting the world to come and do business with us in Telangana. We also want to take care of our youngsters and our students in Hyderabad and in Telangana first. So congratulations to CII on this wonderful initiative, and I once again compliment all the youngsters who won awards, especially the Intinta innovators, and also all the companies which have won awards in best financial performance. I think Mahindra & Mahindra has won an award for best financial performance, and I told the representative of Mahindra that since you have won this award and since you have been growing it, I think your profit was what, 18% you said? 18% growth and crores of profit, of course. So therefore we may have to relook at the incentive package that we offered you in the past. I'm kidding. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm kidding. I'm only joking. And also to the best CSR practices. One piece of advice on CSR. I've been saying this on many, many forums, and let me say this again. Please do CSR that is more visible. Please do CSR that is more tangible, because I think that's important. It's important for the country, and it's important for the world to appreciate that Indian entrepreneurs not only create jobs, not only create wealth, but we are also equally responsible towards the society. Because in India, unfortunately, we don't have the habit of celebrating capitalism, and we don't have the habit of celebrating wealth distribution and wealth creation and employment creation by the private sector. Unfortunately, we are still caught in a bit of a quagmire when it comes to that. Therefore, I request CII and I request all the entrepreneurs here to start doing CSR which is more visible. I saw JK Fenner, which builds toilets, so maybe we work with them and build toilets in all of our schools, all of our communities, wherever there is a need. And I'm sure many other manufacturing companies here would be able to create tangible assets by way of ingenuity, which will make sure that the world understands, and Telangana people also understand, that industry is equally committed to societal well-being. Thank you very much and have a great day. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just before we conclude, I would request that on this important occasion we end with a felicitation ceremony of honoring the Honorable Minister, sir, and MP. Nothing best than a patented technology product itself. I would request Mr. Kusuma Rajaya to please come and hand over a product called Ahimsa Silk to our chairman and then felicitate. It's one of the first products, sir, which is made, silk is generally made by killing the cocoon, but in this case, he has made a product and process which got a patent without killing the silkworm, and it's called as Ahimsa Silk. And he's already got a registered trademark and a patented product. So, yeah. I now request Kusuma Rajai to hand over the shawl to Jayesh sir and jointly felicitate Honorable MP Garu, G. Ranjit Reddy Garu. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. Yeah. I would now request Ms. Shobha ma'am to kindly deliver the concluding remarks and vote of thanks for the day. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I sincerely thank Minister KTR Garu and MP from Chevela, Mr. Ranjit Reddy, and our Principal Secretary, Jayesh Ranjan. They have always been very supportive of CII and encouraging us all the way, and thank you especially for organizing and attending and gracing our Man'EXE, which is our most prestigious event for CII. Thank you, sir, very much for coming here today. Thank you all for attending this event also and being patiently with us for till the end of the event. Thank you very much.